Hello, I'm Zio Spinter. Please subscribe. But also, check out the sponsor links in the description. Also, this video, slightly longer than the ones normally on this channel, because I have the OG, no bullshit Tin T2s in my head. And then the Tin T2 Evos, which feature one dynamic 10mm instead of two. And then the return to form with the Tin T2 DLC, which has two 10mm drivers in it again. And I'm gonna pause between them. I figure I need to take a break from high expensive shit on this as well, because $50 for the old ones, still being sold, not replaced. They were the Tin T2 Pros, the Tin T2, Tin T3s, Tin T4, and still Tin T2s are selling, and I know why, because I'm listening to them right now, and they're great. Now I'm gonna stop at some point and listen to the Tin T2 Evos and listen to the Tin T2 DLCs, because I burned them in, but I haven't listened to them, and we're gonna give some assessments right after this Gorilla song is over. Hold on. All right, I'm taking them out of my ears finally. Original Tin T2s. If I never heard these in my life, and they weren't sitting on my shelf for literally years, whenever the first pair, when the blue tips, when these tips that came out, and everyone was like, no, we got those tips. Like, these are not the tips, you motherfuckers. These are the tips. Don't believe anyone who's telling you, oh, we have those same tips. These are huge compared to the ones they tried to replace it with. I would take these over Duconi every day of the week, even in both large. This isn't because there's something about them, and they can't find them or replicate them. And I've asked, and I have an inside line to a lot of these companies. They don't have it. Tin T2s are. I'm gonna have to go and do the blonde BL03s and BL05Ss. But as of the recording of this, sitting down right here, had I never heard the Tin T2s, having coming off of reviewing the Moondrop Illuminations, the OH7s, some of my most expensive and favorite IEMs, these absolutely are still worth it at $50. They're worth it at $150. These are fucking great. They are smooth and wide and have just enough low end, and they're comfortable, even though I have to say this. I have the wire backwards because I don't know what it was, but see, this is a straight wire, and every new IEM has the hook wire because you're supposed to put it over your ear and then go in. For some reason, Tin thought you were going to put this in your ear and then just have it go straight down. So they labeled it weird. Like, this is going to be the left and this is going to be the left side, and it's going to go down. But now this is the right side because it goes up. No, wait. No, this is the left side with the right wire because it goes like that, where they were intending it to go. Point is, the wire's fine. You can go over your ear or straight down if you feel like it. Reverse it if you feel like it, because you can pick which side is left and right, depending on the geometry you want to go with. The wire's not terrible. I think this is the original wire with the fake carbon fiber here. It's just nice enough. It's just nice enough. It's still janky after 4 fucking years. It still hasn't straightened out, but then again, I haven't like tried. If I like really worked this with my hands and untwisted it, it's because it's a 4-wire here, but it's a twisted. They're twisted and then twisted together, so it's real like sharp feeling. But then the IEMs themselves are what they call the tank design, which is just metal boxes. It's just clean gunmetal gray metal boxes, which the new ones have all gone to like aluminum and stainless steel, silver. So this was the dark colored. And they are a dark IEM. They don't have a lot of, nothing offends me. That's my favorite thing about a headphone product or an IEM product is if you offend me, if I ever listen to a song and go, ugh, then either you're telling me too much about my music or that's what you're specifically designed to do. If you're a monitoring or mastering headphone or IEM, tell me my music's bad. But I find so many things that tell me my music's bad and all my music's bad. I'm like, no, fuck you. I like my music. Tin T2s have low end that's perfectly fine. Perfectly wide. Soundstage, listening to it, it's got great center imaging. The comfort with the stock tips that used to come on it. These are the old school 2017, 18 tips. I don't know which ones you'll get. You'll probably get these now. I don't know what happened. How do you lose? Who made a fucking tip? Just make them again. We could make 1965 Corvettes again. We have the technology to just take a look at one and then just make it again. But we don't. Why? I don't fucking know. Because collectors wouldn't have expensive... Just because it wouldn't pass safety things. Who cares? Anyway, Tin T2's fabulous. Coming off of $800 dynamics, single dynamics, having this be a dual dynamic, I don't actually know how it's working that, if they're just the same or if they're separated and they're doing different frequencies. It is a perfect listening IEM. It's calm, it's comfortable, it's clear, it has just enough excitement. It isn't like bashing your brains in with detail like the Tin T2 Pros try to do, and then Tin T3s, and then Tin T4s tried to bring it back down, but they didn't do it far enough. So now let's stop and let's play with the Evos. Okay, I think it's starting. I couldn't tell because my eyeballs are bleeding out my eye. No, all right. Tin T2 Evos, now a single dynamic. No upgrade to the cable, except it's now just a grippy thing instead of the thing. And then the actual unit itself looks, other than the color, exactly the same. Only they've added like a little swoop that says red, and even though that's red and that's red, and the wire goes over your ear. And I've got Tacony tips on here because I'm not using those little pissant blue ones that they come with. They come with blue foams that are too small and silicones. And I've got them off the SH6, which this is my consistent like test rig for IEMs. I've got basically 4 amps. I haven't bothered hooking them up to the topping LA90. I don't think many of you are going to run them off a $900 speaker amp. But the SH6, when I reviewed it, I said it was going to be like, it's a perfectly neutral. The low power on this is super low, so you could really tune it in for the volume you want. And I put it on, and I'm like, all right, this sounds kind of like the Tin T2s, the OGs. Oh, wait, treble. And then I just kept going through, and I'm like, all right, no. The treble is good, a little more detail. It's an option to go higher than the Tin T2s. And then Aphex fucking Twin. I don't know how to say this word. Buchphallus Bouncing Ball? Buchphallus Bouncing Ball from the Pi soundtrack. And it's just like, I don't know, if you could musicalize the sound of scratching on a chalkboard. And I literally, that turn of my head just now was me wincing from pain. And what did I say? Don't hurt me. None of my music should hurt me. And I've heard this song, and yeah, it's like whatever they're trying to do to tune this one, it is not good. Undo. Some music sounds fine. The Doors sounds fine. We've got some piano in the background. And I'm hearing like the cymbal, like the it's very quiet. But that cymbal sounds about 50% too bright. 50% too bright. I could hear what the cymbal's doing, but if that cymbal went crash, fuck, rip these out and throw them on the floor. So are they terrible IEMs? No. I'm comparing them against the OG, and they lose. For what I want. If you're a person, I know people who specifically join my patronage chat. By the way, check out my Patreon, subscribe star, and for $10 a month, get into a private behind-the-scenes chat where you can ask me questions directly. That are like, I love treble. Hurt me, daddy. Hurt me, daddy. And I'm like, so I would recommend highly the Tin T2 Evos to those people. Because it's like they took what was basically a dark headphone and went, no. Make something different. Evolve it into this. So everything, it has less low end too, which is, so they basically went from like a warm, dull, like beautiful to listen to this, which is not quite as bassy, still good mid-range. Mid-range hasn't changed, but they're just sprinkling pain all over the fucking high end. I love this song from Konosuba. There's bells in it. And they're bright. So, all right, I'm going to stop now and move on to the DLCs, which are not downloadable content. That means something else. Hold on. Diamond like carbon. So, these showed up when I unboxed them, and I took them out of the box, and I went, this is just like the old one. Because they had gotten away from, like, the book. And I'm like, they went back to the book. Cool. And then I realized, okay, it's a Tin T2 again, another Tin T2. And I could tell you confidently after sitting here and trying a bunch of tracks, listening to Korn's Wake Up Hate at high volume, they've fucking done it. I'm gonna cry. They've finally improved the Tin T2s. I'm listening to the Monogatari soundtrack. Otori Monogatari to be specific. And and I love this. There's more treble than the originals, but it's not Tin T2 Evo fuckery. Like, it doesn't hurt me. And the DLC Diamond Like Carbon diaphragm, which I basically just took the 10 millimeters out. They put in these brand new 10 millimeters, which apparently have Japanese voice coils. So I don't know, they're deporting these little tiny voice coils from Japan into China to make them, but this is an upgraded Tin T2. Same soundstage, same warmth, same low end. Just the details are there. They make me want to dance. Oh, and did you notice? Did you notice? This is the first time Tin T2s have had a 2-pin instead of an MMCX, which means I get to upgrade it to my Chimera cable from Let's Sure, which is linked in the description, and you get to run it balanced. And I tried it on the regular, and I'm like, this is such a better cable as far as like feel over the years. And look at the springiness of it versus like whatever this is trying to do. And Disco Inferno, burn baby burn. This is a great IM. They did it. They did it. You can still buy the OG if you want like a soft, warm, relaxed headphone IM experience. Or the DLC if you want more. And it's only $60. Thank you. I can do cheap things again. These are great. These are fucking great. Everything I put on them. The Wake Up Hate from Korn was my task because I put it on. Gorilla's New Genius brother got a bell hammering in my right ear, and it doesn't hurt. And it's loud. They're not inefficient. It's just like, this is on low, and it's like, that's loud. And this is like a slightly warmer amp too. I wonder what happens if I turn this on. Hold on. Because I find I have good results with single dynamics, which this is a double dynamic, but I'm going to put this into a speaker amp with infinite power. Hold on. Oh! This is a great IM. Thank you. Thank you, Tin. They literally, if you read the description of this on Linsoul, it's like, we went back to our roots. Yeah, you fucking better. Since 2018, when that came out, they've been trying for 4 years. They've been trying to make something better than the Tin T2, and they failed half a dozen times. And now they've got it. They've got it. They did it. They did it. Yeah, no, these are as good as the originals and more detail, and everything else stays the same. And it's a faster, it's a lighter driver, so it's faster. So you could just about fucking time. Pearl Jam Black. All right, well, I'm gonna take these out of my head with that beautiful, beautiful Chimera cable on it. Get the little blue tin logos in the back. They're light, they're comfortable, they're the right shape. I put Duconi tips on here. I recommend you do the same, although they do come with, let's pull this out. You got a bunch of silicones, and you get two of the really small little, they're not the same. If they came in 3 different sizes, you'd have a choice, because maybe get a large one, because these are definitely mediums, they won't work with me. Try them, and then if you don't like them with the default little things, and you get the Duconi ones, and you're good to go, and everyone's happy. But fucking thank you. Thank you. And I highly recommend running them off a $900 super linear power amplifier. Wallpaper available. Patreon subscribe star in the description. See these reviews early. Thanks to my sponsors. Whoever's in that sponsor link, those generic sponsors, I don't know where they go. Could be Toys R Us. Could be a hot dog company. Company that makes hot dogs. Could be a German carpet cleaning firm. Wants to sponsor this channel, I'm allow it. And you click that link, and you go there. And if no one's sponsoring it, it's cute pictures of Chewbacca or something. Thank you. Thank you to Tin. Thank you to you guys for subbing and coming here to this channel. But fucking thank you. I had nothing but $1,000 IMs that I was like, I like this, I like this, I like this. I needed a bad one. Not that it's like terrible, but now that I know this is the same fucking price, $60 or $60, don't buy the Tin T2 Evo. It's crap. Buy the original Tin T2s for ultimate chill mode, and buy these if you want better Tin T2s, and then buy the Chimera cable because I asked you to. Anyway, thank you. I'm CEO Spintero, Z Reviews. Check out all the links. I'll talk to you next time, and it's everything.